be an influencer. I didn't even know that was a real thing now, man. People, I'm an influencer. I'm an influencer. That's how I make my living.
People get famous off of that, being an influencer today. You get me?
Is that
people,
right?
Yeah, people get famous off of that shit. I be watching people shit, videos, and people, they be walking through the streets and people be like, oh man, I watched this, I watched that. So shit, it's a lot of motherfuckers who get famous off of being influencers.
Hell yeah, we just had the homie BG Knockout just fill up in the studio. BG, what's happening, man?
What's happening? What's the deal?
Man, I'm glad you could pop in.
How y'all doing? Huh?
I'm glad you popped in on us, man.
Oh yeah, I had to. What's happening with y'all?
Man, we just chilling, man. We was just talking about, man, this era we in right now and how everybody want to be famous. Everybody think it's $1 million out there.
I mean, it is. It's some money out there in that world. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you got this streaming shit. It's crazy, bro. Like you see these people doing the Kais and that thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They doing all that. They getting money off of it, but I think people going about it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? As far as looking stupid, you know, making fools of themselves. You know what I mean? I'm not cool with that as an adult, as a grown ass man. But other than that, it is money on YouTube and on the internet. That's a fact.
You know what? It is money there, but the thing is, I don't think these kids see the grind that come with it. Like it's a grind. Like Kai Cenat didn't just start off being Kai Cenat. He worked
right,
and it's a whole bunch of more. It's a lot of more layers to his story than what people know. It may look like Kai Cenat just popped up on the internet, man. That dude been grinding for a long time.
Yeah. I mean, it's that you gotta pay your dues and put your work in before you can just, you know, think you're gonna be A1 from day one. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put the work in, but I mean, it's ways to get in, bro. I see, like, I wish I'd have jumped on TikTok like some years ago. You know what I'm saying? Because when TikTok first came out, they was telling us it was for kids. And then when I got on TikTok, bro, I'm like, man, they getting paid off TikTok. Like,
oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
For sure. I was telling Eiht the other day, I said, man, because we don't post all the time to YouTube. And I was talking to this one guy, it be cats hitting me up all the time, man. And I've gotten where I be having to vet people because you can't believe everybody that hits you up, right?
Right.
And he was showing me some of the money that some of his other people are making off YouTubes. Man, I said, man, some of these cats making $60,000, $70,000 a month.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure it out right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out that same little thing, bro. I don't know what exactly, because nobody, it's like the people that know, I don't know if I know anybody that's making it like that, but it's like I think the people that do know ain't giving up the game either. You know what I mean? And shit, like y'all should be making that as, you know what I'm saying, as strong as y'all content has been, as long as y'all been around doing y'all thing, y'all shit should be up there by now. You feel me?
You know what the problem is, Knockout? I'm gonna tell you. Me and Eiht do all right? But it's a lot of people. I see them when they talk about the deals they got, when they talk about, yeah, we did a deal for $10 million, we did a deal for $15 million. That is a bold-faced lie because there's no way to recoup the money. So if somebody gives you $10 million, that means that they have to have the ability to be able to go make at least 20 million, 15 to 20 million off of you, right? Ain't nobody just giving you some money and not recouping their money, right? Not, you know, making no money back off their investment. A lot of these people are lying, man. They bold-faced liars, not telling them their face. Now, you do have some people that is making real good money. Joe Rogan is making a lot of money.
Right.
All them reads at the beginning of his show, Joe Rogan is probably getting between $15,000 and $20,000 a read. For all them reads he be doing at the beginning of his show, he's probably making $100,000. The reads he do in the middle of his show, he probably making 150, 200. But he has a really massive audience in the millions. You feel what I'm saying? He's reaching millions of people, right?
Right.
Some of these other cats, man, is just getting 100,000 here and then they're on YouTube and all this stuff. They're not making no $10 million, man.
So it ain't like they can't monetize theirs in different ways, like as far as licensing their content and things like that to other blogs and shit like that. So they really no money in that or something.
Yeah, this is how the economics of the podcasting goes, right?
Yeah.
And it depends on what level you're on, right? First of all, the average podcast, having a video on YouTube is not actually having a podcast. A podcast is really an audio show, right?
Mm-hmm.
The average podcaster that got his show out in audio, man, is probably only getting 100 downloads a week, right? They're not getting you know, in the thousands of people like that. Like me and Eiht show get 70,000 downloads episode.
Okay.
That gets a deal. When they first came to us, I didn't have to go out and shop a deal. They came to us about a situation, right? Because we were already getting, I think, between 10 and 15,000 downloads episode every week, right?
Okay.
So they came at us, right? They came to us, right? What happens is you get paid off a CPM, right? So for every 1,000 downloads you get paid a CPM from an advertiser, right? That CPM could be anywhere from $10 for every 1,000 people you get on up to $100. So if you got a $100 CPM like somebody like Joe Rogan got, and you getting 1 million downloads on that, and you getting $100 for every 1,000 people you got, you making some real bread, right? But if you're not getting those CPMs like that, how do you get paid? And if you look at one of these shows that say they're getting paid $10 million, you know, they would literally have to be getting 5 to 6 million views an episode on YouTube, right? And another million on a actual audio podcast. They would have to reach a whole bunch of people in order to make that money. Now, don't get me wrong. There is some money to be made, but it takes a while.
Okay.
You got some dudes out there getting to it. You know what I'm saying? You got like Cash or Not. He has an incredible audience. That dude I need to holler at him to get in this live stream. And me and Eiht.
See, they thing is subscription based though, right? Like Cassinet and them thing is they getting their money because they got subscriptions. So it's like everybody that's on their shit is paying to be on there. You know what I mean? I think that's the smartest move anyway, if you think about it.
Yeah. What the thing is, anytime you can monetize your audience like that, and you can say, okay, like the coolest thing I seen was Joe Budden's. He went, you know, when he got his deal with Spotify, he didn't like it. You know, he wanted to get off of there because they was trying to tell him what to do and try to change his stuff up. He had went and did a deal. What's the people, what's the name of that company to where you could put your stuff on there and monetize it and make a subscription for us to people to come see it?
Oh, Twitch, like Twitch and all that. Oh, you talking about Patreon.
Patreon, yeah. He did a deal with Patreon. Joe has a lot of people subscribing to his shit, and I think they pay like $40-50 a month. I don't know what it costs is, but he has a lot of subscribers. Joe may have 100,000, 200,000 subscribers to his shit, man. He's making some real money. Joe Budden's is seeing real paper.
Yeah, that's good, bro. That's what I'm trying to make it to. I know y'all are too. Shit, that's the lick right there, bro.
Well, you know what, man? Me and Eiht, like I said, man, it's a blessing, dog. But I'm not gonna ever sit up here and tell somebody this shit was easy or it is easy. I don't think people understand how hard it is to come in this. And it seemed like you just coming in having a conversation, right? But it's way more because you have to figure out what you're gonna talk about, right? That's why I get to where I don't even talk to Eiht during the week because I gotta wait to talk to him on the show, right? I don't want to call him really. I don't want to talk to him like this. When we get on there, let's have this conversation, right? And then we talk because we may have an epic conversation offline. Then we don't kind of shot our wad for the week. You feel
yeah. Now you ain't got nothing to say when you finally get on the phone. Yeah, I hear that. I get it.
That's what I'm saying. So y'all both grew up in Compton. I'm surprised y'all ain't never did no music together.
Nah, man. Me and Eiht, you know, unfortunately our size didn't really mesh well. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of like the thing with us. You know what I mean? But me and Eiht, every time we always seen each other, bro, it was never I don't know what was in his mind. He probably didn't know what was in our mind, but we ain't never had no words, bro. We ain't never got at each other crazy.
Everything was always out of respect. And
everything was respectful. So
I did something with Drayster though.
Oh yeah.
We did the Straight Outta Compton remake. Me, him, and Tila.
And King T, yeah.
So
I was in the pen. I was in the pen when a lot of y'all was moving around.
For sure. Yeah, definitely. So that was all that was always it. But you know, niggas had mutual respect. And that's what you gotta have. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of you know, like you said, sometimes shit don't mesh right, but you still have respect for what niggas do, and the Get Down was always representing Compton. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Like with Eiht and them, I always looked up to Eiht and them as the OGs anyway. You know what I'm saying? They came in the game way before us, and we was fans of them before, you know what I'm saying, we even got with Easy. So it was the respect was there regardless, no matter what people thought. You know what I mean?
Man, was you writing a lot of Eric stuff over there when y'all came?
I was writing some stuff. My brother was writing a lot of the new stuff. Like once we came around, He was writing a lot of it. Cocaine, I believe, was writing some of it. Shaky, who they call Dirty Red, he was writing some of it. And I think before we got there, Tretch was writing a lot of that other stuff, that Only If You Want It and all that. Like Tretch, I believe, wrote that. But some of the stuff I was writing for E, he couldn't rap it, bro, because my shit was like it had too many tongue twisters and shit like in it, and he couldn't
you was
actually.
definitely the king of the tongue twist. You flow like a motherfucker. When I first heard you, I was like, damn, who is this dude right here, man? You came off on that record.
I was kind of like on Bone Thug shit, but not as much as they was. You know, they shit was like constant. I had mines like I was in and out with it, like, you know what I'm saying, here and there. But some of the stuff that I wrote, Easy couldn't actually rap it. You know what I mean? So, but some of the shit he did, like on the Straight Off the Streets of MF and Compton off of that album. And then even the EP that we own, the Dr. Dre song, I wrote a little bit on that as well. Yeah.
Now, how did you feel? Because you was a youngster then. How old was you when you first linked up with them?
I was 17 when I linked up with E.
Yeah, so you was a kid, man. How did it feel you coming in, man? You know who Dr. Dre is, obviously. He a legend in the city and everything, right?
Of course.
How did it feel when you came in like, man, we would have to diss Dr. Dre for Easy?
I didn't, to be honest, bro, in the beginning, I was like, damn, this crazy. Like, why we got to come in at the time when these niggas ain't getting along? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm fans of N.W.A. You know what I'm saying? That means every last one of them. You feel me? And so it was just like, damn. And like I said, Drayster was there before me. I wasn't supposed to really be in the mix like that. I know eventually I would get in there, but as far as real motherfucking G's, I wasn't supposed to be on that record, bro, because they had already written it and they was just there to lay it. The day that I was there, they was laying it down. And just so happened is the part that I rapped on, nobody figured out like how that piece of the beat get on the reel. They like, where did that come from? Because when they brought it down from that to tape for my brother to take home and write it to, he wrote to it perfectly. Went back up there to put the reel on, and then that part of the beat is there. They like, what the fuck? And then they like, that's when they told me to go in there and try something. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I got on the beat. I wasn't even supposed to be on that shit, to be honest with you.
I couldn't imagine that song now without you. I think you had to, like, no offense to nobody else, I think you had the hardest verse on there.
Yeah. A lot of people said that. You know what I mean? Like, it's definitely an iconic verse for sure.
Yeah, you definitely jumped off with that. You know what I'm saying? You jumped off with that because that was like the flavor. And I remember, man, that song definitely impacted the hood. I had a homeboy, man, named Bruce. I don't know if y'all know him. Bruce Bible. He was managing Lil Easy at one time, man. Bruce.
Oh, I know Bruce. Yeah. He
used to be my neighbor, right? And he was going Dominguez High School at the time. He was a football player. I was playing up in Canada, so he was my little neighbor. He used to play that record every day, man. Like every day, he would get picked up by his homie, and they was playing that record, man. And I was like, damn, them motherfuckers is blowing up. So y'all come in the midst of it. Did you ever run across Dre and them during that time?
Yeah, we ran into Dre and them a few times, bro. The Glam Slam one time, because Suge, the one time that I remember that was it was two times. We had the Universal Amphitheater. Well, we was nominated the song was nominated. That was the first time I ever seen all of them face to face. And they didn't really say too much. The only person, Nate Dogg was like the gangster out of the whole clique. So he the only one was woofing. Drake and them was just looking, they had the salty faces and all that. But then at the Glam Slam, one time we was riding through Watts. We was in the homie Wayne from Westside Piru. He let us ride his trade the whole day. So he gave us his low rider. We sliding through Watts, Compton, everywhere, boom. So we get in Watts and the Franklin Squares, and the homie from Bunny Hunter, he flagged me down. He was like, BG. I pulled over. He was like, man, why should running around talking about he gonna slap y'all when he see y'all? So we had a showcase at the Glam Slam with all the Ruthless artists, and then while we inside, we in the back. They was like, Suge and them coming through the gate. You know what I'm saying? So we like, okay. So we walk outside. Suge, Dr. Dre, and the bodyguards and a few other people, they all at the bar. And we walk and tap Suge on the shoulder like, what's up, cuz? Like, you supposed to slap us when you see us or something? He was like, nah, I like you little niggas, man. What y'all drinking? And then that's how Dre was like right next to Suge. He had his hand on the bar like this with his elbow. And I came and kind of like did him like that and got next to Suge, you know what I mean? But that was the only little, you know what I'm saying, the only little run-ins we had in with them. It was never really nothing. They never got crazy besides the golf course thing that you seen. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. That's crazy, man. You know what? Nate was a gangster. Nate used to like them pistols too.
Yeah. We all did, I believe, back in them days.
Everybody kept a piece of steel.
Goddamn right.
Yeah. Them days was crucial, man. You know, you didn't really know. It's like, you know, coming from where we come from too, bro. You know, Compton was on fire like in the 90s. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
like,
indeed. I'm talking about.
It's like, you know, dealing with the rap shit. That was like that was kindergarten to us. You know what I'm saying? When it came to that, because it seemed like once I met them and I seen that it wasn't really about that, I was like, okay, this shit just music for real. You know what I'm saying? Because people could have got hurt if you think about it.
Right, definitely.
There was a lot of money. Suge had a lot of money. Easy had a lot of money. Them niggas had gangsters over there. It was gangsters over there with us. So, you know, if it was that serious, people would have really got laid out. You feel what I'm saying? And it just wasn't really that. Once I realized that, I wasn't really pressing it as hard. You know what I'm saying? As before we met them and seen what they was about, you know?
A lot of that probably was just entertainment, man. Just good old-fashioned entertainment. Because like you said, somebody could have got hurt, man. I'm going to tell you, that's the one thing about the podcasting today, man. But I'm starting to see a lot of this stuff, man, that goes on online, all the antics.
Yeah.
It's all entertainment, man. Ain't nobody really out there looking for no smoke like that, I don't think.
It's shit you shouldn't be, bro. If you listen, man, if you famous, you know what I'm saying, everybody know who you are, and then today everybody is on camera all day, every day. Why would you be putting yourself in that predicament to be hurt? Like, have fun with the shit, make your money in, fucking go to sleep at night comfortable. You know what I mean? Like, it's just dumb to be tripping about stupid shit. Like when you got a camera on you all day, 24/7, you just setting yourself up for failure at the end of the day.
Now that's the difference.
And then you giving the craft a bad name.
Too.
Because we trying to sustain this shit, and you see, it's you know, it's been taken to a place where it's not even understandable. You get and motherfuckers are missing the days of when records were simplified to niggas. Niggas told stories and niggas made good records, and you understood and made you feel good. Nowadays, majority of what you hear is unnecessary shit and niggas trying to get on. So, you know, the object of the day right now is let me diss a nigga or let me start static and shit.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, man. It's like, it's sad because, you know, like I said, these young people, and then you got the grown fools that's on the internet too, is kind of steering the shit on, you know what I'm saying, as opposed to making sense of shit. Yeah, man, it's like they steering the youngsters in the wrong direction. It's like, man, it's enough for everybody, bro. The internet has opened up the world to everybody. You can be a nobody and get on this motherfucker and blow up. Whether you do music, whether you do content, whatever it is, you can become that. But that don't mean you got to step on somebody's toes to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we saw, you know, like,
go ahead.
You got Charleston White, for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
I gave Charleston White his first shot, kind of, man. Remember he used to come on the show, Eiht, early on?
Yeah, I remember he came on the show.
Yeah, he was on the show early on, man. And I knew that dude. I kind of knew, man, that he had a certain level of genius in him. I just didn't know if it could be controlled. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I said, this dude really will say whatever is on his mind.
One thing that I figured out about him, because he said it so many times, and I was just like, okay. His whole thing, when he say when the camera come on for him, he become a character. That's the character that he becomes. You know what I'm saying? And that character can go to any extreme that he want to take it. You know what I'm saying? But when he's not on there, he's not that person. This is what came out of his own mouth. And I figure the fact that that's what people know him for, I guess he's gonna stick with it, and that's how he gonna ride it on out.
He's actually a really cool dude, man.
He seemed like it, bro. He seemed like he is.
He's actually a cool dude, man. And that's like the thing with him is he's actually really intelligent too.
I can tell. I've heard him speak.
He has above average intelligence, man, and he's very He's very well versed in politics, man. He really loved the kids. He do a lot of stuff for the kids down there in Fort Worth.
Oh,
A whole
that's
lot
dope.
of stuff. We've had the opportunity to do stuff with him. He's had me and Eiht involved in stuff. And he does his thing. That's why I don't have nothing bad to say about Charleston, man. Because he always back it up. A few people that did try to rush him for whatever he did, they kind of caught the bad end of the situation, because he will shoot you.
Yeah.
He will mace you with some bear spray, He got Soulja Boy like that. He sprayed Soulja Boy in them up. So he's definitely serious about what he says, and he will stand on what he say.
I mean, hey, he's a grown ass man. He should,
He's making a lot of money now.
Exactly. You can find out a way. Like I said, if you're a motherfucker done did time, and you coming out and you see what the world is offering right now, and motherfuckers with content and cameras and social media, and all I gotta do is piss a couple of people off, and it's gonna turn into a hustle for niggas, man.
Yeah.
It's a new hustle for niggas. Just like we all got into the rap game, everybody said it was the dope game or whatever. That's the shit now for podcasting and shit. Everybody's gonna do a podcast or some content because it looks like it's the get rich quick scheme, and especially if you know how to hustle it. You get me? That's just like a nigga who know how to cook up some rocks and shit and keep hustling and flipping and hustling and flipping. I know what to do. You feel me? Some niggas just ain't good at it. But if I know that all I gotta do is piss off a couple of people, say a couple of words and shit, and then get in a couple of confrontations with niggas, and I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna call 911 quickly.
I think you just got to exploit your talents, whatever
it's
talent
bring
you got.
so much motherfucking interest from the outside world that people, whether you love it or hate it, they're not gonna get enough of it. So now I gotta tune in to this motherfucker. Every time a motherfucker is posted somewhere on the radio or on the internet, posting a video, I got to tune in because I got to know what stupid shit a nigga is saying this week.
Yeah.
You just had me think about your homie Rich. You would tell me every time that Rich would call you about some stuff whenever he saw some antics online.
It's just some people are fascinated by that shit.
A lot of this shit is entertaining too. I ain't gonna lie. Like that shit keep me going. I ain't gonna lie. When I get bored, I go on YouTube. I find a lot of goofy shit to look at.
It's the gangster shit. It will keep your motherfucking ass like all day. You'll just be like, it's some crazy motherfuckers on the internet. Like
it is, and then it's some good shit you can learn from as well. Exactly. It ain't just all foolishness either. You know what I'm saying? There's some people on here speaking about history. It's some deep shit that I've been learning from people, learning about things, even about Compton. This shit about Compton that being born and raised over there that I didn't fucking know about. You know what I'm saying? That I'm just now learning, like shit like that. It's a lot of shit, everything. But I think the foolishness get the most attention. You know what I'm saying? Because people just like stupid shit for whatever reason.
People love stupid shit, and that's why I say with the homie Rich loves some crazy shit. Oh, I saw two bitches fighting, or I saw this or that, or blah blah. He loved that type of shit. It kept a nigga just going, and I'll be like, man, why you watch that type of shit? It was like, nigga, it's interesting to me. You see,
it was a multi-million-dollar business.
I like what Country Wayne is doing. Like how Country Wayne just pretty much started like a soap opera. You know what I'm saying? Like he started just making these little scenarios started with him and his family and probably his neighbors, and now he's shooting content in like 4 or 5 different states with different people, and they just making these little scenarios, whether it's love triangles, whether it's, you know what I'm saying, these two hood niggas like so-called having a beef, but that nigga eating off that shit, bro. He eating Country Wayne. You be watching his shit? Y'all hip to him?
Yeah, I fuck with Country Wayne. I'm gonna tell you, I fuck with Charleston White, man. I fuck with Country Wayne. I'm gonna tell you who I really like. I'm more into the script writing, the artsy stuff. Like I love Big Jah. I don't know if you hip the Big Jah to do the skits.
Big Jah. I fuck with his shit. I be laughing at that nigga all the time.
Have you seen him, Eiht?
Yeah.
He is really good at what he does, man. I think he just got a situation with Tubi too. I've been really rocking with him, man, for probably like the past 5 years. That's what I've been, because I was like, man, I really want to get into that part of the game. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
About
yeah.
actually, like, you know, creating stuff and doing stuff that has some creative edge to it. Because
Yeah.
anybody can come on and act a fool. You feel me?
Yeah. I think, you know, like for people in the hood, they can do the same thing. Just, you know, just don't incriminate yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like leave the shit that the illegal parts out of it. But the same scenarios, we can be doing the same shit, bro. You motherfuckers sitting in the hood right now ain't doing nothing. They can pull some cameras out, put all the bad shit away, and then, you know what I'm saying, do the hood shit. Have the smoker walk up, you know, dancing, all the goofy shit that you see in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Homies arguing, bagging on each other. Like people would be entertained by that shit as well. You know what I'm saying? You just got to use real life scenarios with a lot of this content as well, and just make it funny or make it interesting. You know what I mean?
I think that's why the Big Josh stuff cracked off, because I think he was using real life situations. And just, you know, we gonna make a skit out of this. Like, you know, like everybody's girl eat their food up all the time. You ask your girl if you want something, they gonna tell you no, and they gonna come eat your shit up. You feel what I'm saying?
Right, of course. Yeah.
Like that. Those are real life scenarios. I tell you though, man, who hit a big lick, man, them cats from Detroit, man, they was on the hood film stuff early, man. I think that's what we mess up at out here, because we so close to Hollywood, we think everything has to have a big budget behind it. They was just out there like, fuck it, we go get a few of the homies, we go shoot a movie. Yeah,
that's what this little cat here in Vegas, he from Cleveland. We've been fucking with him doing that same shit out here. So we got a whole little series coming out, like a 6-part series coming out real soon called Pre-Lessons.
That's hard, and it's probably gonna do well too. I'm gonna tell you, that's the stuff that always does really good, man.
Yeah, it's smart, bro. It's like, come on, bro. Like all the stories that you know, all the things you've been through in your life, if you just change the names, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially if it's some bullshit, you change the names, change the little scenarios in the situation, man, and shoot that shit, bro. This shit is interesting. Everybody got a story, bro, and we got multiple stories throughout our lives that we could tell and turn into some fucking content. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, 100%. I don't know what I got a homie, man, named AD. Me and him play ball together, right? And he works for a guy, man. The dude that do that show, The Baddies, the Zeus Network. He works for the Zeus Network. He the head of security.
Okay.
He been with them since the beginning, man. He been with them. He said, dude started that company with $500, man.
See what I'm saying?
Started the company with $500, man, and bought a camera, man, and I guess he had got some people to put up some money initially, right? And they had some influencers, and he put the app out, you know, dropped it, man, and it was like a flop. It was a massive flop because he found out that the people had like fake Instagram pages and all that. They wasn't no real influencers, right?
Yeah.
So he could have gave up right there, but he went eventually and he got with some real influencers, you know, the Jocelyn chick and all of them. And it started slowly like going up. His investors kind of stayed with him and was like, you know what, we gonna do something different this time. And he kind of revamped the shit, man.
Yeah.
I think it's worth $500 million now, man.
Damn. Yeah.
Quickly off of that, man, Baddies, they're doing big productions. They, like he said, man, we started off doing really small stuff. They'll go all over the world now to film that Baddie stuff. He be in London.
I've been interviewing some of the girls. Like they just had the one in the Caribbean Baddies or something. I just interviewed one of them on my podcast, one of the females from there. Yeah, that shit is doing well, man. That nigga smart, you know?
Yeah, he's smart, man. And he kept it like, he didn't do an ad revenue split. He does a subscription. I think people pay $7 a month or something like that, $8 a month.
Yeah, because Rich,
that's where you want to get to.
All member.
Yeah, that's where you want to get to. Like with, I guess, I don't know. I don't really know. Like, I don't know all the wording for it. But once you get your, you know, if you get your .com or whatever, man, it's like you want them subscriptions is where the money at. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
That's where the money at for sure.
You just got to think about it like this, man. If you can get you 10,000 people,
right,
and they paying you $10 a month,
right,
you making $100,000 a month.
Some of them ain't but $5.99.
Yeah, shit. If it's $199, I mean, you know what I'm saying? You start somewhere.
There's some good money, man. If you have an audience, if you could build an audience, man. I know some people, man, right now. I know some podcasters, right? I don't know if they still doing the show, but real early on, I forget the name of them. They had a video game podcast. They maybe had like 4,000 to 5,000 hardcore fans, and people would pay like $6 a month to go on there and get codes and talk about the different games and stuff like that. And they made a pretty decent living off of that, man, off of having a 5,000 people that fuck with what they was doing. That's not even a whole bunch of people, bro.
Yeah, that's dope, man. That's smart as hell.
No,
Yeah, all
because
this y'all making me think. Just even talking about this shit, I'm getting ideas right now.
like I said, if you got shit that interests people, like I said, with the baddie shit, it wasn't nothing but them just putting bitches in a room and letting them scrap with each other.
Right,
That shit had 1 million people interested.
right.
Like I said, the homie Rich was a faithful subscriber. Nigga,
The homie was on that, wasn't he?
Faithful subscriber, nigga. He giving up his $5.99 faithful every month. Oh, this bitch had a scrap with this bitch today. Oh, and these two bitches got out and whoopty whoop and that. And like I said, they whatever, like I said, you got that can keep people's interest and you could charge subscriptions for it because people, when they become loyal fans, they gonna follow your shit. And if you
no doubt.
Motherfucking nigga, pay $5.99 a month to watch this shit. People gonna be like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Bro, the homie took me up there to the they had something up at the Universal Studios, man. Not the actual Universal Studios. They was filming an episode up there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they had all of these girls. They had an audience that came, man. There were hundreds of girls that showed up out there, dog, to try to be in the show. They was trying to scrap with people. Like, people from the audience was trying to jump on stage to fight the girls, man.
That's crazy.
It was crazy, man. I saw one of them girls watched the girl that was in the audience, like, boop, 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 put tips on her real quick. Because they want to get on, dog. They think that's how they go get on, bro.
Shit, if all I gotta go with, and them bitches don't give a fuck because they like, nigga, instant famous. You get me? Instant celebrity. And so fuck it. Especially a young broad too. 19, 20. Like, nigga, please. I'm finna jump up here and throw hands.
Man, I wish I would see my daughter out there doing that bullshit, man. I would beat her ass.
But if you do, you can't be surprised. You know what I'm saying? If you do, you can't be surprised, bro, because that shit is, you know, whether we like it or not, that shit is very influential to the young people, man. You know what I'm saying? And you can't even be mad, to be honest.
I'm sure they try to go after a certain criteria of female.
Of course.
Like you saying, Steele, if I'm a hardworking man at home and I got a 17, 18, 19-year-old daughter, I would hope that I would be in a position that her motherfucking lifestyle would be reflected on how I raised her, as different than, you know, it may be a single parent home that a lot of people come from. And, you know, they feeling like, fuck that. You get me? But then there's some females too who might just get caught up in the celebrity bug and feel like, I want to be fucking famous. You get me?
That, and then a lot of them just think they tough. You know what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers think they bad already, so they think they finna go in there and whoop everybody out. You know?
A young female ain't nothing to play with, nigga. She ready to fucking
my daughter knows about all that shit. You know what my daughter told me one day? I was looking at Rick Ross's baby mama. You know, she got a podcast over there, right?
Right.
I be saying that shit, man.
I said something that my daughter said, Auntie go get you, Auntie Tia go get you. You better not say nothing about her. She gonna bring you all the smoke. I said, what? I said, I ain't worried about her. She said, Dad, I'm serious. You better leave her alone. And I said, man, wow, they really got these kids thinking they like that.
Yeah. These kids is wild, bro. These kids wild as hell, man. Like, you know, you got a lot to contend with as a parent, you know what I'm saying, with social media, you know what I'm saying, today. Social media worse than TV, you know what I'm saying? Remember TV, we only had some few channels. Now we got the whole world at our fingertips. And it's like, you know, like you say, if you busy, you at work, you handling money, you making money for your family, how you really got time to really watch your kids and know what the fuck they into? You know, they go to school, they got a lot of friends they influenced by. They got the neighbors down the street, you know what I'm saying? They got their cousins, their uncles, man, you know what I mean? Just depends.
You got girls
they got a phone in their hand.
A fucking phone, bro.
Where they could be
24 hours.
Just anything and whatever.
You can find whatever you think of. You can Google and you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So
Think
It's a
about it
lot.
though, man. With the OnlyFans and all that, now you got girls, man, that's probably in their room with their phone making shippers, man, and got a whole bunch and got 2 or 3,000 subscribers, got 2,000 niggas giving them $10 every month.
Goddamn right. Like a good looking woman with a nice body, bro. That's easy. You know what I'm saying? That's the easiest shit ever.
That's why a lot of them resorted to it because
exactly.
And that didn't matter whether
I don't gotta
you
move. I can stay right here. I don't even gotta leave my room. Like, what you mean?
You could be a young female.
Let niggas be able to do that. Niggas would do
be
it too.
Be an older female that still look good.
That was the thing. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
They doing it. Fuck it. I could do it too. Shit.
It's crazy.
They got the OG females. They got the OG females. This one that be on Instagram to be walking around with her robe on, their titties all out and stuff, man. I'm like, man, and got a bunch of young niggas following her.
Yeah, you know, young niggas horny, man. I used to be a little horny young nigga too. If I was 16, 17, I'd probably be looking at her my damn self. You know what I mean?
And she about a good 45 OG.
Yeah, shit, that really ain't even old today.
What no?
45
man,
was old when I was young. Like 45 now ain't old like that.
That's not old today. Out in their eyes, hell no, shit.
Yeah.
Big G, so you got a podcast?
Yeah, it's called BG Knockout TV. It's a media company, but I started with a podcast though. Yeah.
That's hard, man. You out there in Vegas now, huh?
Yeah, I've been here for about going on damn near 20 years.
What made you shoot out there? You got tired of the city?
Yeah, bro, just trying to grow and get away from the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I can't be in Compton, bro, with my face and, you know what I'm saying, like reputation in the hood and shit like that. You know, I'm Muslim, you know what I mean? So I just want to go somewhere where I ain't got to really be worried about too much. You know what I'm saying? I can come and kind of be myself. You know what I mean?
That's what the homie Lil Sody told me. Rest in peace, man. I don't know if you knew Lil Sody.
Lil Sody was my dog. Yeah, rest in peace.
Lil Sody, that's the homie, man. You just made me just think about him. I almost start crying, dog, because that was one of the things he told me. He had moved to Vegas, right? He said, big bro, I don't have to walk around with my pistol out here. I can just be a regular person. He said, I like being a regular person. I don't have to be active out here. And he came back here, dog, to go to his hood day and died going back to Vegas, dog.
I know about the situation.
Road,
yeah, that's my boy.
That really hurt me. I cried, man, in this motherfucker, dog. I said, man, this a dude. And he just won his little thing, his little lawsuit thing.
Yeah.
From the stuff that happened with his kid, man. And it was like, man, he was trying to get out of this bullshit, dog. He got away.
Yeah, you got to, man. Like a lot of times for us, we got to leave that environment because, you know, if you're there, you're obligated to whatever's going on around there. You know what I'm saying? If you're there, something happened, you know what I'm saying? You're a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Whether you like it or not. So in order for you, you know, if you're trying to leave that lifestyle, you know, you're getting older, you know, you ain't young and agile and you probably ain't even mentally there no more. You know what I'm saying? So the best thing to do for me, in my opinion, is leave. You know what I'm saying? Get away from it. You know, I still love the homies. I love them. I see them here and there, but that's not what I'm into, bro. I don't want my kids to follow that shit. I don't want my little cousins and nieces and nephews to think it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't got nothing but hurt and misery from that shit, bro. A bunch of dead homies, you know what I'm saying, that I'd rather see still alive, enjoying their life with their kids and their family. Like that shit pitiful, bro. You know? Yeah,
you grow as a person, man. You grow, man. I'm gonna tell you the worst thing in the world, man, is to stay stagnant and not grow.
Yeah. Absolutely, bro. You start seeing gray hair in your head and your eyes and your face, and you still over there with that shit, like something ain't right. Like mentally, in my opinion. Like you know what I'm saying? Maybe it wasn't meant for you to really mature as a person.
Exactly.
You know?
Some niggas don't want to mature. That's unfortunate. You get me?
Yeah.
Some niggas feel like, you know, this is the only walk of life and don't want to experience shit more.
Yeah. We used to say to the casket drop, some niggas really went all the way with it. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? When I got older, I'm like, shit, I don't know about that. Like, I had to reverse that little thought because I used to say that shit too. You know what I'm saying? But like, hell no. You know what I mean? After just saying so much, you know, I think when you get taken out of the environment, you can see it for what it is. I think that's what happened for me, you know, because when you're there, you kind of swallow, you kind of, you know, you kind of engulfed by it. You can't really see it. You can't see the other side. But when I think once you get removed from it, you're able to look at it from a distance and be like, damn, like what the fuck are we thinking about over there? You know what I mean?
That's real.
Yeah.
That's real. When did you turn Muslim?
Around 2000, I was in prison. So what happened was I went to prison. I went to jail 97, hit the yard in 98. And by 2000, 2001, I kept going to the hole, steady getting into it, fucking up, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I got a date, you know what I'm saying? That's a lot of homies in jail, they ain't had no hope, you know what I'm saying, back then. And I'm like, shit, if I want to get the fuck up out of here, I got to make some changes because I'm acting the same way I was on the street in jail. You know what I mean? So the last time I went to the hole, man, I just took a deep breath. I came to the yard and I just stood in front of my building and I just looked at everybody, how they was acting and behaving. And the only people that I seen smiling and had books and shit, it was the Muslims. You know what I'm saying? And they all ex-gang members. Niggas tatted all up in the face. Just look like ordinary niggas, but they just, you know, they was striving to make a change in their life. I just start working out with them, having conversations, running, you know what I'm saying? Just fucking around with them every day. They all ex-Crips, all ex-Damus, you know what I'm saying? And the more and more I hung around them, they just was opening me up to different things. I would challenge them a lot because I was raised as a Christian. So it was things in the Bible that I say to them, and then they'll come back with some other shit. I was like, I never saw that before. So I get on the phone and call my mom because my mama was heavy into the church. I'm like, Mama, ask your preacher about this. And then she'd come back and tell me something. I was like, that shit didn't really make sense. You know what I mean? And so the more and more I hung with them and the more my understanding started growing. And then I went to the mosque one time and I took my shahada, and I've been Muslim for 25 years now.
Oh, wow, man. Congratulations, man. I went to Dubai. I was out in Dubai with the homie Bigg Steele, rest in peace. And we was in the car, man. And the car pulled over to the side of the road, man. And people got out and like put their little mat out and start praying.
Start praying. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I was like, the concrete is hot out there, bro. It's Middle East. It's hot out there, right?
Very hot.
The thing down, man. They'd be out there kneeling. I was like, man, what is going on? I didn't know what he was about to do when he pulled over, man. But everybody kind of pulled over.
Yeah, that's how it is. You know, that's the reason why I told you to change it from 4 to 5 because I had to do my prayer too. You know what I mean? So I've been praying 5 times a day, 5 times plus. Usually I do about 7 to 8, but for 25 years straight, bro. You know what I mean?
Man, it's obviously had a positive impact, man. I tell you, man, I've seen brother guys joining the nation, man, or turning Muslim, man. I've seen a lot of real hardcore brothers, man, change their lives around, man.
Yeah,
so it's a lot to be said about that. I'm talking about dudes who I never thought would.
Yeah,
I thought
me too.
Never be on that thing. Actually, the dude I was telling you about earlier, I was talking about Leon. I think Big Leon is a Muslim now, man.
Yep. I seen some dudes, bro. Like when I got to the pen, bro, I just couldn't believe my eyes when I ran across certain people. I was like, you too, bro? Like, wait a minute, like. That's what made me know. Like, it's a lot of little things. Like, some people need a lot of evidence for something to know that it's real. For me, it'd be taking small, subtle things. You know what I'm saying? Like, for God to show me that, what I'm saying, He's showing me something that, what I'm saying, to confirm what I believe. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. God is very real. Not to get into the whole religion. Not to get into religion.
Yeah.
We all gonna suffer from the consequences, man, of what we do in this life.
That's a fact. Especially if you don't repent.
Sure.
If you don't repent, for sure. If you repent, you might have some hope. But if you just walking through life thinking that you can just do whatever, live however, and you ain't never asking for forgiveness, and you ain't never trying to forgive others, then you're gonna have a hell of a time on that other side,
Yeah, man.
I think.
So what's your YouTube channel?
It's BG Knockout TV. It's just like that. BG Knockout TV. Yeah.
BG Knockout TV. Yeah, man. We about to get Eiht's podcast going, man. Stash spot.
Okay, for sure.
I told Eiht we need to do it like Cass not do his stuff. He should be on there live.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna look into it and shit.
Man, you gotta think Eiht, man. Eiht is a triple, man. Like, come on. Eiht is a triple OG.
That's what
bro.
I tell him. I think the people to fuck with if he on there live answering. And that's what I like about Joe Buttons. He don't have to have no guest on, man. He just on there talking, man. He just on there to just.
I think because he jumped on it so early. He one of the few people from the hip hop community that got in it so early. Like I think he just got the advantage on everybody. because he jumped in at an early time when people, you know, wasn't even thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? We trying to play catch up now.
Man, it's a way to do it. I'm gonna tell you what we need to start doing as OGs. We don't do enough linking up and doing stuff and having conversations, right? Everybody is over here doing this and they doing that. If you see all them young niggas, man, they camped up together like the little homies from back on Fig. It's like about 8 or 9 of them little niggas. They just talking their shit, you know what I mean?
Right.
We need to start having them conversations for the OGs, you know what I'm saying? For the old heads, man, because there's a lot of stuff that need to be talked about now that people really don't talk about, you know what I mean?
I agree 100%.
Definitely.
I agree 100%.
You got to have some wisdom out there. So what's your program out there? Like, when do your episodes come out?
I usually drop them. If I shoot on Friday, I'll have them out by Monday. So I shoot every Friday from 9 to 11, in between 9 and 11 every Friday. Because I got a studio in there as well. So I be doing music and all that shit up in there. So
that's what I was going to ask you, man. What's up with the music, man?
I'm just trying to make the right shit, because it's like when I came home, I was just doing shit, happy to be out, you know what I'm saying? Figuring it out, because in jail, I wasn't writing raps. I wasn't even really thinking about that shit in jail, you know what I'm saying? I was in there just surviving and trying to keep my head on straight, and I was going to college and all that. But coming home, I was just happy to be out, bro, back in the studio, trying to find my groove again. Right now, I'm trying to be masterful with the next thing that I put out. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to kind of make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be a little bit more effective as opposed to just putting shit out just for the sake of dropping shit, you know?
Yeah, before we go, I'm going to ask you about this, because this go to a theme that me and Eiht been talking about over the past few episodes. Of being an OG rapping, do you think we have a responsibility to come with a certain type of material?
Not really. Not really, bro. I think it's where you at mentally. You know what I'm saying? Usually, to me, like for myself, I'm gonna just use myself. Like what I speak about is either something that I'm into, it's either where I'm at mentally, or just what I like. You know what I'm saying? So I believe you do what you like to do. Like really, honestly, the rap that I like is like N.W.A. I like social content. I like what fucking 50 Cent did. Like 50 Cent to me is like murder music. You know what I'm saying? It's like I like that shit.
Right.
Like, yeah, that's what I came from, N.W.A. You know what I'm saying? MC Eiht, you know what I'm saying? Compton's Most Wanted, King T. You know, they had good content and shit too that they talked about, but the shit that they spoke about was just like, I would say it's like a part of who I am. It's not the whole person in me, but it's just like the person that's inside of me, like the shit that just like my ears like to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? It resonates with me.
What we grew up on. So
we grew up on, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I believe you make what you like. I just think people need to know that it's just music. Don't fucking go try to live it. You know what I'm saying? Like it got to be that. It's like when we watch a movie, right? You know, we used to watch the Kung Fu Theater on the weekends, you know what I'm saying? Then every nigga went and got karate shoes from Zodi's and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And came outside and was trying to do karate on each other. But it's like, I think people need to just understand the separate it. Look, man, this is music. They don't mean that, you know what I'm saying? Whatever I tell you in a song don't mean you got to go out and fucking become the fucking character in the music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's where the fine line is at for us. You know what I mean? But as far as me, I'm gonna rap what I like. You know what I'm saying?
I'll say as long as you tight, man, as long as your craft is still A1,
yeah,
I don't have no problem with it, man. I don't care if a dude's 60, man, as long as he tight, man, as long as he, you know what I'm saying, as long as he ain't out there on no bullshit.
Yeah, bro. Like it ain't no age limit on who can make music, brother. I don't agree with none of that shit. I don't think you gotta be a youngster. I know the youngsters gonna get more attention because this, you know, it's just like the young people are more energetic and they like to see shit that they can relate to. So I understand why they think it's a young man's game and all that. But I believe, man, like you said, man, if you gifted, man, make that music, man. You don't know who might like it. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely think it's a market for it, man. Like I think like Eiht got his album coming out, man. I think it's some of the best work he done. You know what I'm saying?
Looking forward to hearing that too.
You know, I would like to hear a BG Knockout album, man. It's a hope. I can't wait to hear. I heard King T is doing something like I can't wait to hear King T do his thing.
Man.
You know, I always thought Tila was hard, man.
Tila been hard, bro.
They said Biggie Smalls got his flow from Tila.
Yeah, he said that out of his own mouth. Biggie said that out of his own mouth that he was a fan of Tila back in the day. But you know, I used to see Tila write his music, man, like in the 80s and shit. He used to live in my neighborhood. I used to be right there in his house when he was doing the Act the Fool album. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, King T is like one of the unheralded, man. We gotta get T on. I talked to Tila a couple of times until he said, yeah, I'm gonna come on, just hit me up, man. I gotta really hit him up and make that happen, man. Hey, we do that with King T. We got to sit down with him, man.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Sit down, man. You know, we go get up out of here, man. Y'all make sure, man, y'all go hit up the Homeboys channel, man. Go
Yeah,
watch
BG
that
Knockout
BG
TV,
Knockout
man.
TV.
Tap in.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Y'all get it official. Make it
New
official.
episode drop every Monday. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go and get the link and put it over in our description so y'all can click it. You know, people lazy, dog.
Yeah, I know, bro.
You gotta have it right there for them. If we don't do that,
Yeah,
man, they won't go.
Yep,
You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure. I appreciate y'all for having me, man. Thank y'all.
Oh, for sure.
All day, BG, for sure, my nigga.
Yeah,
It
you
ain't
already
the
know.
last
Hub
time,
up.
bro. All right, for
Sure.
sure.
Sir.